a mother and a daughter. They had, of course, they were in the middle of the throes of the holidays. She scooped up the little freckle-faced girl, about 10 years old, and headed to Target to get some last-minute items for the big feast. Well, as you know it, as they're coming out of the store, she's got her mind on all the people she has to serve, the recipes, that she get everything she needed, that she have the fancy utensils and the like. Well, they walked out, and there was a rainstorm had blown in while they were in there shopping, and they were kind of trapped. If I can get across this barbed wire fence, they're on the front veranda of the store, along with probably a dozen or 20 other folks that were trapped by the rain. Now, this wasn't one of those typical misting rains. This was what we'd call an old gully washer, spilling off the sides. The gutters couldn't hold it. If you stepped out in it, you're just going to get sure enough soaked, right? So they stood there, and a few folks were irritated because it had messed up the plans for their busy evening and their chores. And Mom stood there and mesmerized by the rain. Took her back to her childhood and running through summer rains and puddles. The silence was broken. The little girl tugged on her mama and said quietly, "Mom, let's run through the rain." Her mom came to her senses and said, "No, baby, we can't run through the rain. We'll just give it a minute. It'll let up. And we'll be on our way." She said, "If we run through the rain, we'll get absolutely drenched and probably get sick." She said, "No, we won't, Mother. That's not what you said this morning." Mother stopped, and now the little girl had her full attention, as well as the other onlookers. She said, "Sweetheart, when did I ever tell you that we could run through the rain and not get wet?" She said, "Well, this morning, I overheard you talking to Daddy about his cancer and coming back, and y'all were praying, and if God could get y'all through that he could get us through anything, Mom." That changed things a little bit there in that crowd. Mom stood there and didn't really know what to say. Kind of a testing moment of faith to show this impressionable young lady. She thought about it. She said, "You know what, baby, you're right. Let's run through the rain." So laughing and giggling, they took their little shopping bags and put it over their head as to prevent a few raindrops from messing up their hair. And they took off running and laughing, splashing in the puddles all the way to the car. They got drenched, soaked to the bone. It spread through the crowd, though, and everybody started laughing and joking, and most of them took off running through the rain. That's the thing about it. Life and its circumstances can sometimes take away your family. It can take away your wealth and even your health. But we have to learn to hold on to those memories and the promise of hope. For me, it's in Jesus Christ that keeps us going.